Hello good yo-yo people, I'm Nate and this is Let's Talk Yo-Yo. Hey, today I'm going to be reviewing the Author, the Author new yo-yo by Rain City Skills. I've been absent the last couple weeks. I haven't uploaded a video. Life has been crazy. I also teach full-time and school is in session and so it's been busy with my kids going back to school and me starting back and all that. It's just I haven't really had time to really dedicate to a review of a yo-yo, or any other thing. So expect a little bit more as things kind of settle down. Hopefully still kind of uploading about once a week like I normally try to do. I don't know how some of you YouTubers who have kids and families end up doing more than one a week. I really don't know. But anyways, all right, so on to the review again of the Author by Rain City Skills. All right, let's go. All right, this is in the hand section with the Author. Man, one of the first things that's so unique about this yo-yo is its weight distribution, or its just overall weight. It is 56 grams. I think that's the first thing you need to mention about this yo-yo. That's crazy light. Reading up just a little bit of the bio, you know, Jeremy, the owner of Rain City Skills and all of that, I bumped into him at Worlds at the boutique yo-yo table, and which I think is such a great idea, by the way. I think it's really cool. You get to see all these companies, mom and pop companies come together who wouldn't normally be able to afford maybe a table on their own at Worlds, but now can come together and still get their product out there and get their brand out there. So I think that's really cool. Anyways, but he slid me this one. It's the Worlds edition, so it has a Worlds engraving. On the other side, all of the authors will have this book engraving because Jeremy wrote a book, How to Run a Boutique Yo-Yo Company. I think that's the full title, yeah. So I think that's really cool. And he has a lot of experience from working with different companies over the years, and all of his experience kind of came into one book. And so I have not read the book yet, but with this yo-yo, I believe you get at least a digital copy of that. You have an option of, I think, getting a signed copy of that as well. Make sure that you click the link to the Rain City Skills store to see all that. But let's talk about the in the hand, since that's what we're here for. The design of it's kind of interesting. It reminds me a little bit of the profile of it, like at least here, reminds me a little bit of the one drop gauntlet, right? I love the gauntlet. It's not quite as flared out or as wide, I don't think. I don't have it with me to compare it, but it has that sort of like, at first it looks like a V shape, but it leans more towards, I would say, towards more a organic shape. You know, so it has that opened up V sort of catch zone, but then it has that organic, and then these kind of flat areas. So your hand's kind of hitting flat on a catch here, but very kind of organic-y. And that I like that. I like that a lot. The cups are pretty deep. It has a nice IRG. From the original design, from what I was reading, is it was 55 grams, and they added just an extra gram just so that they could make sure that you could get a deep IRG in there for thumb grinds and such. We talked about the engravings already. I like that black and green and blue sort of acid wash splash there, or whatever you want to call that, acid wash, yeah. This has the Lego hubs as well. You might have saw in the introduction. I have the finger spin Lego caps. You can buy these separate too, but it does come with it. Pretty cool. They pop on and they stay on actually really well. You know, you'd have to hit it pretty hard with a finger spin. I've done dozens of finger spins with it already on this yo-yo, and it hasn't fallen off once with a finger spin, so that's good. So yeah, both sides. You could put any Lego piece on here if you really want to just customize your yo-yo. You've seen those probably, if you're familiar with Rain City Skills, you've seen that on their yo-yos before. And so that's kind of a cool, of course that's going to add a little more grams, so we'll play it on the string section without them at first, and then to do a finger spin we'll throw them on, all right? But yeah, for now we'll take them off, and we'll add those later, and we'll talk about that. The blast is yeah, pretty standard sort of matte finish blast. It's going to grind really well, and that sort of shape is going to lock in really nice. I like also the wall on that, it kind of pulls away enough so that even though it's organic-y-esque, it's going to have a little less string drag because it does touch there first. So it's going to be fairly you know, competition or performance driven, where at the same time very capable and laid back. We'll talk about what that 56 grams looks like on the stringer and what it feels like, whether it feels really light or almost too light, or, you know, because that's a tricky thing. This is where it really comes down to weight distribution. You know, as far as, you know, you can have a yo-yo that is like, say, close to 70 grams that doesn't feel that heavy based on how you throw the weight around. I think the same thing goes for 56 grams. You could put that, see that in the specs and think it's going to be so light, you're not going to be able to have any control, it's going to lose spin times. It's all going to depend on the weight distribution and how it's all set up, right? Let's go and actually play it on the string and see how it performs with that. All right, let's go. All right, welcome back to the on the string section with the author by Rain City Skills. All right, let's talk about that weight, since that's the first thing we want to talk about, right? It does not feel like 56. It is certainly light on the string, but it's not so like unwieldy, or you don't feel like you're losing spin times or you're kind of reaching for a bind. I'm not really having a problem with it. I've played it for a couple weeks now since I've had it at Worlds, so it's been a while now. But yeah, I don't really feel like I'm reaching for it, and actually it's fairly stable as well. It's got a decent amount, just the right amount of rim weight there with that thicker IRG area as well, that you're going to get some good stability. And it's, you know, decent size as far as width and all that. And so it's very stable. It's, you know, like I said, it kind of hits that nice, comfortable in the hand, very capable, but a little bit of that performance style to it as well. All right, let's go ahead and do some of those standard tricks and see how it performs with those. Yeah, really decent gap on there. I really feel like it's fairly, you know, very capable as far as the gap's concerned. Binds are really solid as well. Let's go ahead and do some regens here. You know, really nice and stable. You feel like you have some control with that. As far as how smooth it is, it's right there. Let's go ahead and do some rejections. That was an awkward magic drop, but it'll work. Other rejections, just kind of feeling for that gap. I don't really feel like it's snagging too much there. It has a little bit more of that organic feel as far as that kind of thing, but I'm not having really any problems rejecting it. It does really well on regens though. I really like it for regens. Let's go ahead and do just a couple grinds here. The blast is decent. It's going to hold really well with that shape as well. And thumb grinds are going to should be really easy as well. Oh yeah, real easy to just kind of pop up and lock it in there without having to tilt the yo-yo at all. Let's go ahead and throw those finger spin Lego caps if I have them, if I can find them in my pocket. All right, yeah, they're real easy to just pop on. Again, you can put any Lego piece on here if you want to just customize it, make it fun. Does add a little bit of weight. I'm not sure the exact weight it would add, maybe a couple grams, but still very capable and actually pretty smooth still, because they're really nice and tight in there. It's just as smooth as it was before. All right, finger spins. Real easy just to lock it in there. And they actually spin for quite a while too. So yeah, real easy and a lot of fun. A lot of fun that you just have that option there. All right, let's go ahead and throw a trick of mine. This is incomplete, all right? So maybe you can help me figure out an ending for it. I have no idea. I'm working on something like that. I like just the bucket mount maneuver it goes into. All right, if I can get it. There we go. I like this sort of right over here, popping it here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I like it or if I want to add more to it or take something out of it. But that kind of goes to show you a little bit of what this yo-yo is capable of. Like, as you're kind of experimenting with tricks, it's still very capable. All right, so let's go have some last minute remarks here and then we'll close it out. The author is turning out to be one of my favorite things that I've played from Rain City Skills. They've been putting out a lot of yo-yos this last year or so, and I really like this one. It's really unique. It does have that uniqueness of being really light. Now, there have been lighter yo-yos like that before, but they don't always pull it off, in my opinion. Sometimes it just feels so light that you're kind of reaching for it because it's just so unwieldy. I don't feel that with this yo-yo. I feel like you're in control of it, but it can zip through tricks pretty well without decreasing on things like spin time and stability. And so overall, I think the weight distribution is very solid on this yo-yo. I also like that profile as well for as far as the catch zone and how it's comfortable in the hand for that organic-y-esque V-shape-esque sort of weird hybrid thing going on. And I also like the fact that you can put Lego caps and things like that on it. It's just pretty cool. So it's a win in my book. I think the author's really sweet. I'll have to go ahead and check out Jeremy's book and read that and maybe school myself, and you should too. All right, that's gonna do it for my review of the author. And as usual, good day and good yo-yo.